Hi everybody. So we're getting ready to cast off, leaving York River Yacht Haven around noon today, which is the 19th of October. We'll be heading out to Chesapeake Bay and south around Hatteras, making for Masonboro Inlet, Wrightsville Beach. We got the boat all ready to go. I'll just take you a quick walk around, show you how we set it up. We have all three head sails bent on because we're expecting relatively light and variable wind, and so we've bent on the Big Code Zero called Big Blue, which we have used I think once in 3 years, maybe twice, and maybe that will ensure that we'll have good wind. Got one of the jack lines installed, and as soon as we cast off I'll install the other one. Lizzie has the furling line all flaked out, and we've laid out our PFDs, which we'll put on right before we leave. We've got our Garmin InReach tracker on. Got our little portable music box ready to go. Everything else is pretty much secured, and there goes our great friends from the U.S. Coast Guard, making sure we all stay safe. Down below, we're getting ready to stow the rest of anything that might slide around. This is putting away the computers. Got a few more things to secure, but all the hatches are dogged down, all the port lights are dogged. Lizzie's clean, took a shower. Which is always good. We both took showers today because it's gonna be 2 days at least before we get another chance. Of course, we can take a shower on the boat. Nav stays all set, mechanical room's all clean, ready to go. We've tested all the systems, so we should be ready to go. Should be a nice passage. She's got her night vision goggles there. You have a question?
Do we want to put them in this?
I put one of those headlamps out there already. Let's leave one down below.
Okay.
And let's leave that down below because I don't want to lose it.
How about in this little cubby bottom?
I don't want to break it. Underway for 4 hours. We motored for the first 2.5, and then the wind shifted a little bit, veered a little bit, so that we could raise the main and the staysail. We're motor sailing now, about to pass through the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. And once we get through the bridge tunnel, we'll be able to fall off the wind a little bit, and we'll hoist the Genoa and should be making good time. So now we have the beautiful sound of no engine. We like that, don't we? They're everywhere. Okay, yeah, we've been underway for like almost 8 hours. Motored for a bit, then we motor sailed for a bit, then we got out through the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and it was nice wind. Had the sails up, we were doing well. Got out into the ocean, and then regardless of whatever the forecast said, which was supposed to be light winds, we've got like 30 knots almost on the nose. We're beating into it with just the main and the staysail. Anyway, Neptune's got it out for us. Yeah, it's calmed down a little bit now. Oh, there was a 30. Hey everybody, well, it's about time for me to take a nap. 8:30, Been underway for like 9.5 hours, going on 10 hours, I guess. 9.5 hours. Lizzie's got the watch. I'm gonna catch some Z's. We're making great time. The conditions improved dramatically after that first hour or so. Just very high winds, close hauled beat. Anyway, let me show you real quick around the nav stay here. So there you can see current conditions. We're averaging high 8s probably. So that's not so bad. Making good time. Hey everybody, it's about 1:30 in the morning. I'm on watch now. Lizzie's taking a break. As you can hear, the engine is running. The wind died off and swung around to the nose, so we've got about probably 6 or 7 knots of wind, but it's pretty much right in front of the boat, so we're running the engine. It's still a little bit lumpy, not bad. And we hope to be around Cape Hatteras by 8 or 9 in the morning. Hey, good morning everybody. The sun's just come up. Just about to go around Cape Hatteras, going through Diamond Shoals right now. Just skirting along the edge. Engine's been running for a bit. We had some great wind. We had too much wind. We had great wind. Made some great time until about 2 a.m. and then we had to crack on the engine. Wind died off and kind of clocked around. We're getting ready to make this turn around Diamond Shoals, and we're hoping that when we do that, we might have enough wind to break out the code 0 and sail for a while. We'll see. Anyway, starting day 2 on our passage from the Chesapeake Bay to Wrightsville Beach. Yeah, so it's quite a variable situation out here. We rounded Hatteras and found ourselves with about 6 knots of wind. I went to all the trouble to set the code 0. That lasted for about 10 minutes. A little squall appeared on the horizon in front of us. Wind picked back up. Now we're flying full canvas again, Genoa, Staysail, and Maine, and making about 8 knots. So we just take it as it comes. Continue to get the boat, keep the boat pointed in the right direction and moving forward. Looks like we might get wet. Yep, 20 minutes later, this is all we got. Okay, so we've got pretty good sailing conditions now. About 10 knots, close reaching. I'm testing out my little hydro generator. It's an old Hamilton Ferris water power 200. It pulls a really a propeller through the water, turns this little DC generator. And right now it's making, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 amps probably. What's nice about this is, obviously it runs 24 hours. What's bad about it is you need to be moving along decently through the water, at least 5 knots. And it has a tendency to get snagged on things like sargasso wheat. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. Let's go down below, see how much power it's making. Yeah, so right now it's making 5.5, 6.5 amps. And we're going about, I don't know, 5.5, 6 knots. So now we're on a starboard tack, which means the wind is out of the north or the northwest. The forecast is for wind out of the east, southeast. I mean, we just listened to NOAA weather radio, like the updated forecast for the offshore waters between Cape Hatteras and Cape Fear, out to 100 nautical miles. East to southeast winds, 10 to 15 knots. Right now, we have north or northwest wind blowing about 10 knots. Not complaining, actually, it's nice. It's knocking down all the swell. But there you go. We have a squall approaching us and it's spawning water spouts. Not good. No bueno. Good morning, sailors. We're approaching the Masonboro Inlet sea buoy. Should be in the inlet within the hour, and it looks like our trip will take us about 42, 43 hours total. We've been motoring again for like the last 8 or 9 hours. The wind just hasn't cooperated, but that's what happens when you're sailing on a schedule. Okay, well, we're safely tied up at Sea Path Yacht Club in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. This passage was not without its drama. Everything from unforecast high winds to no winds to light winds to what else happened?
Water spout.
Oh, water spout. Yeah, there was a squall looked like it was coming at us. We saw it spawn a water spout. Luckily, it was going the other way. And we had to sail in the inlet because as we were coming in the inlet, I noticed the engine would not rev over about 2,000 RPMs, and then it died. Ran down below, took a look at the ray core, and as you can see, the one on the right is full of water. We put out a head sail, then ran down here, shifted this over to the other ray core, but the engine still was very unreliable. So we sailed into the inlet, and we were able to get the engine to run at about 1,500 RPMs, enough to get us to the dock. Lizzie wants to tell you.
It's time for wine.
Wine? No, first, shower. Now you want wine first? It's 9:30. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Is that what you're saying?
I think this passage says this mermaid needs a glass of wine. I don't care what.
Bottle of rum!
I didn't say a bottle of rum. I said a glass of wine.
Okay. I guess that's acceptable. I think we earned it.
Yeah.
Did we earn it? Oh, we earned it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sort this out. What's nice about these boats, obviously they built the redundancy into the ray core, but also, look at this. That is a CPAR filtered diesel dialysis system. I just need to read the manual and figure out how it works.